Predicting the future is not easy. This may sound really absurd. I mean, obviously it's not easy. I didn't have to say it unless I'm an astrologer or a psychic. But by prediction of the future, we mean a calculative map of how the future might look like. That kind of a prediction, the kind of predictions you make when you gamble or you put some money in the share market. And how testing your assumptions linked with prediction is what we talked about in our previous video. In this video, we're going to be talking about prediction and war games, the last two techniques that are being talked about in the book Far-Sighted. So, who's good at predicting the future? I mean, who are those people who are doing immense and really accurate prediction for a lot of people? Those people are the people who, one, consider as much options and as much information as possible. Second, they do not let dogma or presumed expertise come in the way of their making a decision or a prediction. Third, they are open to all the ideas. And fourth, they are curious and they admit their own errors. This makes you 20%, at least 20% better than others in predicting the future. This 20% can cause immense effect on your life, so it is important. You know, whenever people are going to be predicting or forecasting something, they often fall prey of a term called extrapolation. Extrapolation basically means predicting or giving an opinion on something based on the assumption that the existing trends will be the same in the future. For example, if the price of sugar is I don't actually know the price. Let's go with salt. If the price of salt is rupees 19 per kg of Tata Salt, then it will be the same 3 years from now. That's really stupid, right? I mean, it will increase. It has been increasing forever. So these existing trends, and if you look at this whole idea, right? The price of this particular product will increase. That's obvious. This also is a trend. So you go one layer deep. First of all, you know that the price of the product will increase and you did not consider this. And then you go one layer down and then you question, will the prices keep on increasing for these products? Whenever you make a business decision, it's really important that you understand how the market has been working before, how it could be working later on. And when you're open to ideas, even when those ideas have not been implemented anywhere, the whole urge and the whole open space that you keep for them to bloom, like this could happen, that is what makes you good at prediction. And once you are able to predict the future in a better manner, it gets really easy also to execute things, because you have considered so many factors, you have solutions to everything. You don't have to make a decision every now and then for every little thing. This technique is important, and in fact, prediction and forecasting has become a science now. There is a book called Super Forecasting that I would recommend you guys to read, which will make you very good at predicting. But one thing you always have to keep in mind is keep an open mind and consider as many factors as possible. Repeating it over and over again because it is very important. Another technique that we discussed about in the third video was war games. And let's talk about that now. For years, armies have used war games and simulations to make better plans and strategies. Obama's decision to strike Bin Laden compound went through extensive simulation before he decided to use helicopters and SEAL Team 6. There were planners who built scale models, tested operations, and approximated the situations that the soldiers will face in Pakistan. So according to that particular simulation, we were able to decide what all plans and strategies are needed, and that's why it was a very successful operation. This brings us to our another related strategy, which is scenario planning. So basically, you consider all of the possible future outcomes, etc., and you imagine that it's all happening, and you are trying to get through, you are trying to understand, because we can't have a simulation like that, right? I mean, we need to imagine it our own way, because there won't be any scientific equipments in your head, and you can't just step into a space and pretend that it's yours. So let's say I want to give a TED talk. That's one part of my decision planning. So I'm sitting here in this room in front of the camera. What I can do is I can stand up, pretend that there are a lot of people here, very learned, very educated, and choose a topic and start speaking, and then observe my own behavior in that particular situation. This also helps you in confidence building. If you remember, whenever you want to become a better public speaker, you are supposed to stand in front of the mirror and do it. Why? Because it's giving you a fake atmosphere about how things might look like when you do it. That is making you aware of what all could happen, and that is creating a certainty in your head. This also brings us to another topic, which is uncertainty, which we're going to be discussing in our next video. But in this situation, you must so there could be possibilities of multiple futures, right? This could lead to this, this could lead to this, this could lead to this, but this could also lead to this. So there has to be a branch tree. There has to be a very vast influence diagram that you have to make, which we do not do. There are layers that you have to go through. So you have to open your mind, and you have to break down all the uncertainties that you can, so that you make a more informed decision. It's important, and let's talk about uncertainty in our next video.